All right, so you've done it. You've put in the hours, you've passed the challenges, and now you're sitting on multiple funded accounts with prop firms. First off, that's a huge deal. But, and this is a big but, it brings a whole new problem to the table, right? How in the world do you trade all of these accounts without just multiplying your risk every single time? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down. The pros playbook for scaling up without blowing up.
And this is really the million-dollar question, isn't it? If one bad trade can hurt one account, what's stopping it from just devastating your entire portfolio all at once? The way most people approach this has a massive, massive flaw. And we're going to get into that, and then we're going to talk about how to solve it.
So let's start with what most people try first. It seems totally logical on the surface, Just hook up all your accounts to a trade copier, so every single trade you take on your main account gets mirrored everywhere else. This is what I like to call the universal copy trading trap.
And this right here, this is the dream versus the nightmare. The expectation? Oh man, it's so tempting. You're thinking you're just going to print money across the board, right? A winning trade hits and bam, you make a profit on 5, 10, even 20 accounts at the same time. But the reality? The flip side is absolutely brutal. Because when that losing streak comes, and trust me, it always comes, you're not just taking a hit on one account, you're taking that same hit on every single account at the exact same time. It's a synchronized nosedive that can just obliterate everything.
And look, this isn't some abstract theory. It's a real catastrophic risk. As this quote lays out, you can literally go from having this amazing portfolio to having nothing in a week, a month. It's insane. The very tool that was supposed to scale your success becomes the thing that guarantees your failure. So clearly, we need a better way. What's the professional alternative?
Okay, this brings us to a much smarter and safer way to do things. Instead of linking everything together in one big risky chain, the pros focus on isolating their risk. They treat each account like its own little island.
And here's the core idea, the isolation method. This is a total shift in how you think about your accounts. You're not trying to hit a grand slam across your entire portfolio at once. No. Instead, you're patiently building a stack of protected, profitable accounts one by one. It's methodical, it's patient, and most importantly, it's built for survival. So how does this actually work in practice? It's a pretty simple 4-step loop. First, you pick one account. Just one. All your focus goes there until you hit a small, sensible profit target. Think like 1 or 2%. Step 2, the second you hit that target, you stop. You secure that profit and you pause all trading on that account until you can make a withdrawal. Don't touch it. Then, step 3, you move on to the next account in line. And step 4, you just repeat the whole process. What you're doing is building a firewall between your accounts. If one blows up, who cares? The others are completely safe.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a huge pain, logging in and out of all these different platforms all day. And yeah, you're not wrong. It could be. But thankfully, there are some really smart ways to pull this off without all the headache. Let's talk about the tools.
You basically got two choices here. The manual way is, totally free. You just have to be super organized, keep all your login info ready, and switch platforms for every single trade. It's doable, for sure, but it can get tedious and you might make a mistake. The other option is using software. It'll cost you a little bit, but the convenience is huge. You can manage everything from one central dashboard with pinpoint control.
And this is the clever part. You can use the same kind of trade copier software, but in a completely different way. Instead of having all your accounts switched on, you keep them all disabled by default. Then, when you're ready to trade, you just click a button to toggle one single account on. You trade it into profit, toggle it off, and then toggle the next one on. The software stops being a mass duplicator and becomes more like a precision switchboard for your trades.
Beyond all the risk management and the fancy software, there's another benefit here that might actually be the most important one of all. And that's the psychological edge this method gives you.
Just think about the mental weight of it. Imagine you have a bad day and you're down 5%. Now, imagine being down 5% on 10 accounts at the same time. The stress just multiplies. It's what leads to revenge trading, to fear, to just plain bad decisions. The isolation method completely dismantles that emotional pressure cooker. A loss is just a loss. On one account, it's contained.
At the end of the day, trading is a mental game. And this system gives you that peace of mind, which is probably the most valuable asset a trader can have. When you protect your mental capital, you actually give your strategy a chance to work over the long haul because you're not constantly sabotaging yourself out of pure stress and anxiety.
So all of this, it leads to one final, really crucial point. This isn't just some risk management trick. It's a full-blown strategy for having a long career in a really tough industry.
And the difference is just so clear when you look at it like this. Universal copying gives you this crazy equity curve with these dramatic highs and absolutely terrifying lows. It's a gambler's ride. But the isolation method, it's designed for steady, compounding growth. It's smoother, it's more predictable, and above all, it's way more sustainable. It keeps you in the game.
And that's really what it's all about. Being a professional prop trader isn't about having one monster month. It's about surviving the drawdowns that are going to happen, protecting your capital, and just staying at the table, month after month, year after year. The goal isn't intensity, it's consistency.
You know, success in this business isn't measured by how fast you can grow your account, but by how long you can last. Your ability to control risk and to manage your own head is, well, it's everything. So the only real question left is, how are you going to protect yours?